my name's Tyler.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome back to GPCarAudio.com's video series of this Grand Marquis build. This is episode 2 of this series, and we've got a lot in store.
On the last episode, we walked through all the modifications that we're going to do to the car, or most of them. We got done with the Stainless Works exhaust. We got that fired up. On this episode, we're going to be working on the AFE cold air intake and these beefy sway bars from ADTR. They're actually made by IBOC for ADTR, and they're going to go on there. They're going to help the car handle extremely well. It's just going to make it a lot more fun to drive.
So on episode 1, if you had tuned in, due to poor weather conditions, we did not get to take this out for a spin. We will be doing that later in this episode today. It will have the addition of the cold air intake installed on here. Some of the other things that we're going to be doing today, the very beginning of our electrical upgrades to this vehicle, just step number 1, we're going to be installing this Group 65 excess power Titanate lithium battery under the hood. And then we will also be discussing some of the subwoofer options at our disposal.
Let's get started.
All right, let's go. All right, so the factory sway bar has been removed, and now we are ready to get the new one on there. Out with the old and in with the new. The old sway bar, I believe, was about 7/8. It's really close to an inch. And then the new replacement sway bar is 1.5 inches, so much more heavy duty. It also comes with some spacers to compensate for the additional diameter.
Okay, front sway bars in. We just need to tighten everything up. Okay, so the sway bar's on. We're putting the factory brakes back on. We'll get the front end buttoned up, and then we'll start working on the back. We are just putting the factory brakes on. The brakes are still actually in really good condition. And then eventually our plan is to do a big brake kit from Willwood. So stay tuned for that. So we're putting the factory wheels and tires back on because we're just not quite ready to show you the white spokes with the Vogues. But that's coming up soon. Okay, so this car originally did not come with a rear sway bar, which is typical for some Grand Marquis. We mostly saw them in the Crown Vics, Police Interceptors. Fortunately, ADTR was able to supply us with the hardware to put the rear sway bar in, so we don't have to go steal it off of Travis's Crown Vic today. So let's get going.
Bring it up. Okay, the sway bars are installed, front and rear. The front probably took about an hour. The rears took probably 15 minutes. Okay, here's some of the subs we're thinking about running. Be sure and leave in the comments section what your opinion is as far as what we should be running in the trunk of this vehicle. First up, we've got the Defbonce Machete 8. This is the MF08 is the model number, and it is rated at 600 watts RMS. It's a nice little beast budget sub, and they do perform very well. Coming up next in the lineup is the Defbonce 2508. This is a very, very nice sub. We have had some local people put these in, and they have been very good. They love to play lows, and the musical quality is just excellent on these. They also have a really fat, nice, tall roll surround as well, and some very incredible excursion when these things get moving. Coming up right after that, we're going to go into Sundown. So speaking of lows, these like the lows pretty well. Sundown, we all know, loves the lows. We've got the Sundown E8 next up right here. This is rated at 300 watts RMS, which is obviously conservatively rated, very conservatively rated. This is a very big 8 for sure. Sundown's entry level, but extremely good quality. What would have been next up here, which we unfortunately just sold out, but more will be here next week, the Sundown SA8. It unfortunately will not make the cut for this video, but we will show it off in a later video at a later date. So skipping forward, we've got the Sundown U8. This has their proprietary basket with the cooling and obviously proprietary motors designed by Jacob Fuller. Very, very nice subwoofers, very well made. This is 600 RMS on the Sundown U8. And then coming all the way over, we are at the Sundown X8. This is their current flagship 8-inch subwoofer. It is very, very a high quality sub, 1000 watts RMS, giant motor. They have just done one hell of an amazing job with this specific model subwoofer. If you've ever heard these, you know they get down and they will put up numbers. They do very, very well. So anyways, which one do you guys think we should be running in this car? Or do you have any other recommendations that we should run in this car? So drop it down in the comments, let us know, and we will be back. All right, so we've got the sway bars installed, front and rear, and now it's time to do the cold air intake.
excess power Titan 8 lithium group 65 battery. We're installing it today. Eventually we're going to redo these battery terminals and have our SAE 6 spots on here, and then do the big 3 kit. So this battery's 8 or 9 pounds, lithium, titanate cells, very powerful battery in a very compact case.
Okay, so the cold air intake is now installed, and then we just got the titanate in as well. So as noted in the beginning of the video, this is electrical upgrade number 1 to the vehicle. We will be putting a high output alternator on here and doing the big 3. That will all be in the same video when we get to that point. But yeah, I guess for right now, we just need to start this up and see how it sounds. We got a special guest on today's episode. Introduce yourself.
Hello everybody, my name is Felipe, aka Flip. A lot of you guys know me locally, some of you guys don't. Glad to be a guest here, Tyler.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Felipe has a huge Team GP audio build featuring the Team GP Undertaker subwoofers. Why don't you tell everyone about what you got going on?
Yeah, so I have a 2003 Chevy Suburban, and starting up front, Tyler and Mike really helped me out as far as the power plan and made sure that I got the best alternators in the game. So I got 3 270 amp GP alternators. Now all 3 of these are hydro dipped. They are American flag, and they also got the Constitution on them. I mean, they are absolutely gorgeous. Also, I have about close to 200 feet of their 100% OFC diamond wire running from the front to back. I got all Team GP fuse blocks, all def bunts, mids and highs, front, back. I have 2 180.4s and 2 220.4s for the front and rear staging.
That's the AAK Korean line.
And to power the 4 18-inch Undertakers in the cab, I got 8 def bunts, AAK 4Ks, 2 strapped per sub, and both of those are seeing 2 ohms, so they're splitting the load. But yeah, that's kind of like the rundown. As far as the batteries, I have 180 amp hours of C-Max in the back.
It's absolutely a beautiful installation. We love the Breaking Bad theme. It's just something different. There's tons of stuff to look at. It's, you know, the details really can add up and count. In your build, you have definitely fine-tuned the details very well.
Say, as far as the fine details, I started at the bass knob, got a dual bass knob so I can control the mids and highs, and that's also Breaking Bad theme. Also have a plexiglass switch plate to control all my LEDs, all my voltage gauges, and that's Breaking Bad as well. In the back of the wall, it's got the periodic table of elements, and under the black lights, you know, that really pops. I also got the clear acrylic cases from LAF on the C-Max banks. So it all looks really good.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, this is absolutely a beautiful build. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments section for sure. Anyways, Felipe, we greatly appreciate you coming out today and showing off your Suburban. But yeah, guys, probably look forward to seeing him in some future videos. time to go. All right, so the cold air intake is installed. We have our Titan A lithium battery now installed under the hood. The front and rear sway bars are installed as well. We did take it on a little spin, and it does seem to drive very nicely.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
You know, the car's awesome. The sway bars made a huge difference in the way that it handles. The car is nice and flat. You can see that in the videos that we took up the road. It's night and day difference. Shout out to ADTR. Great product. AFE, cold air intake, fit beautifully. Basically a plug and play system. Take out the factory stuff, put their stuff in. Again, worked great.
So Mike, let's tell them what we're about to do next.
We're going to be doing the high output alternator. We're going to rewire the factory cabling. We're going to put some of our SAE 6 spots on this battery, redo a lot of the grounds. We're going to clean up some of the wire loom. From there, we're going to be working on the body a little bit. We're going to be blacking out all the chrome on the car. Everything that's chrome is going to be blacked out.
Except the exhaust tips.
Except the exhaust tips. And then right after that, we're going to be working on the air suspension, and we're going to be laying out the trunk. So it should be pretty good. It's going to be really good.
Also coming up soon, the installation of the wire wheels with the Vogue red striped tires. I know you guys are really ready to see that. They're going to totally make the appearance of the car overall. So we're really stoked to be able to get those installed here pretty quick. We just got a couple more things that we'd like to wrap up before putting them on. It's also in the middle of winter.
And
so,
Tyler, don't forget, next time we're going to be installing the LED tail lights, the new fog lights. We've got new reverse lights, Sealight.com. Great product. That's where our headlights came from. They've worked really good so far. We went back and bought some more stuff from them, and it's going to be pretty good.
Awesome.
Really good.
Well, be sure and like our video, subscribe. Feel free to leave us a comment. What's your opinion? What do you think we should do? Drop it down in the comments, and we will be likely to respond. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for episode 3 coming right up. Thank you for tuning in.